day 2, and what I've just done is taken this floor off. What the guy had done who partially completed it was put this thick ply flooring on over the top of the original floor. Looks like it had some kind of plumbing in there. It was an old site shed, some kind of old site shed accommodation. But instead of stripping off the old floor, he put on his ply floor over the top and just screwed it down. Now the issue with getting this underneath floor off is, if you can see, there's a they've got these bolts that they attached this floor on, but then came over the top with an angle grinder or something, looks like an angle grinder, and just went zoom 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 and took off the heads of all the bolts. So this stuff looks, yeah, this is some kind of lino type laminate that they've put over the top, but I don't think there's anything on the bottom of it. It was just painted. So what I'm going to do, like, I don't think it's salvageable anyway. I could go along with an angle grinder and actually there's bolts. I don't know, I reckon I'm just going to fleabay it, this thing, and rip it all off, and we'll just refloor it. We might be able to salvage some of this ply, but probably not. I'm just going to destroy that and have a burning off. If you can see, it's 9 meters, just short of 9 meters long by 2.4 wide. We're going to lose a little bit on the framing on the edge here, probably 200 mil or something on the side from our framing, but the rest of it will be we're going to have a good 2 meters across by at least 8.5 long, so real nice size. And then I'm going to pull the whole thing further in. We're going to push it right up to that. So the plan is that the kitchen and kind of workspace will be able to have that view. It's a bit foggy, you can't see, but they'll have a view across to the hills. And then the bedroom end will be kind of up buried a bit into this tree, but still have a reasonable view. And then later on I'm going to go down and get rid of all of this. A lot of it is junk that I cut back 2 years ago, and it's come back heavily. So I will cut out this stuff and open up that view. One of those 2 big trees is going to go soon too. Well, a lot of it. Next chapter in Emerald tiny house build. I have been, as you'll be able to see, pulling off all this crappy old flooring so I can get to the subframe, which is in pretty good condition. The steel, there's a bit of surface rust in some of it. Next stage is to strip it back. So it is done, stripped back, and I started off by cutting, like trying to cut along it with a circular saw, but gave up on that, and I just actually used this tool, which a friend recommended to me years ago, called a fleabay, Fat Max Extreme thing. Basically pretty awesome for demolition, like a big whopping great hammer with a pry bar on it. and pulled all the panels off. Just pulled them up and with the fleabay, and then got some 4x2s under it and pried them off. So now here's the trailer that will become the tiny house. Day one, not a lot of progress, but at least we got all of the timber supplies in and moved it from up there. It was difficult to get in. The truck couldn't get in, so I dumped it up the top. We've gone with treated pine, just because it's kind of more exposed in a tiny house, we think, and so treated anti-termite stuff. And so what we did get done today was glued and screwed some of that flooring. We stacked all that, so tomorrow we can pop it on the remainder. Oh, and here's the ply that we'll be bracing the walls with. Some of the stuff that we pulled off the old one, which God knows what we're going to do. Another project.